Hey food lovers! Welcome back to Cook's Craftery. Today we're diving into the world of cocktails and mocktails, like full-on submerging ourselves in a vat of adult juice. But hold on to your tiny umbrellas, because we're not just mixing any drinks. We're talking about finding the perfect substitutes for Midori, that bright green melon liqueur that screams tropical vacation, even if your idea of a vacation is just wearing a Hawaiian shirt to the grocery store. Whether you're fresh out of Midori, we've all been there, it's okay, no judgment, or you're just looking for a non-alcoholic option because you're basically a saint who doesn't need booze to have a good time. Teach me your ways. I've got your back. And your cocktail shaker, and probably your bar cart, because let's be real, I'm about to make you crave all the delicious drinks. So grab your blender, your jigger, and maybe a pineapple for good measure, because we're about to embark on a journey of flavour that's going to leave your taste buds doing the Macarena. Let's get mixing. Okay, before we dive into all the delicious substitutes, let's take a trip back to basics. Trust me, it's worth it. Don't worry, there won't be a quiz at the end. This is all about fun and flavour. Unless the quiz is, did you make yourself a cocktail yet? In which case the answer better be yes. And if not, what are you waiting for? So what exactly is Midori? Let's unravel this mystery. You know, besides being the answer to the question, what's that green stuff that makes my drink look like it belongs at a rave in the rainforest? It's quite fascinating. Midori, my friends, is a Japanese melon liqueur that's been gracing our cocktail glasses since the 70s. Yes, it's got history. That's right, it's older than your mum's bell-bottoms and just as cool, maybe even cooler. It's known for its, aggressively green colour, which is both slightly alarming and completely mesmerising at the same time. You can't miss it. And let's not forget about the flavour sweet, fruity, and with a distinct melon taste that screams summertime, even if it's the middle of winter and you're wearing 3 sweaters. It's like a burst of sunshine. Midori is the star ingredient in a bunch of classic cocktails like the Midori Sour, which is basically like a vacation for your mouth, a tropical getaway in a glass, and the Melon Ball, which is like a party in your glass. It's festive and fun. But what happens when you're craving that vibrant green goodness and you realize you're all out of Midori? Panic mode, right? Don't panic. Grace is here to save the day, or at least your happy hour. Stay tuned for some amazing substitutes. Our first Midori substitute is like that friend you have who can finish your sentences and knows what you're thinking before you even do. It's basically Midori's long-lost twin, separated at birth, but reunited in your cocktail shaker. I'm talking about Bols Melon Liqueur, the MVP of Midori substitutes. If you're looking for a dead ringer for Midori, Bols Melon Liqueur is your new best friend. It's got that same eye-catching, vibrant green colour that screams, I'm here to party. And the flavour? Oh, the flavour. It's like biting into a perfectly ripe honeydew melon, but with a touch of sophistication. Now, I'm not saying it's exactly the same as Midori. It's a little lighter on the melon flavour, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means you can add a little more to your drink without feeling like you're going to turn into a melon, which, let's be real, is always a risk when you're dealing with something this delicious. Bols Melon Liqueur is perfect for any cocktail that calls for Midori, but it really shines in a classic Midori Sour. Trust me, once you try it, you'll be wondering why you ever even bothered with that other green stuff. Chapter 3. Liqueur Melon Liqueur, the sophisticated cousin. Next up, we have Liqueur Melon Liqueur, the sophisticated cousin of Midori. You know, the one who shows up to family gatherings in a blazer and perfectly pressed pants, while you're still trying to find a shirt that doesn't have coffee stains on it. Liqueur is like the older, wiser sibling of Midori. It's still got that fun-loving melon flavour, but it's a little more refined, a little more nuanced. It's less, let's party on a beach, and more, let's sip cocktails on a yacht. Not that I know anything about that, but a girl can dream, right? Liqueur is slightly less sweet than Midori, which can be a good thing if you're watching your sugar intake or you just prefer a more balanced flavour profile. It's got a more mellow melon taste that doesn't overpower the other ingredients in your cocktails. This makes it a great option for cocktails like a melon margarita, where you want the melon flavour to complement the other flavours, not steal the show. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. Chapter 4. Non-alcoholic options, because sobriety doesn't have to be boring. Okay, so maybe you're not in the mood for alcohol, maybe you're doing a cleanse, or maybe you're just one of those mythical creatures who doesn't need booze to have a good time. Whatever your reason, I'm not here to judge. In fact, I'm here to help you make some delicious mocktails that will make your non-alcoholic friends green with envy. First up, we have the easiest, most accessible option, melon-flavored syrup. You can find this magical elixir at most grocery stores, and it's basically like concentrated melon flavor in a bottle. Just a splash or two will add that sweet, juicy melon taste to any mocktail, smoothie, or even your morning oatmeal. If you're feeling a little fancy, you can even make your own melon syrup at home. It's super easy, I promise. Just combine equal parts water and sugar in a saucepan, bring it to a boil, then reduce the heat and simmer until the sugar dissolves. Then add in some chopped melon and let it steep for a few hours, or until the syrup takes on a nice melon flavor. Strain it out and boom! You've got homemade melon syrup that's basically liquid gold. But wait, there's more. If you're looking for a healthier, more natural option, look no further than your local farmer's market, or, the produce section of your grocery store. I'm talking about fresh melon juice, the OG of melon flavor. Just blend up some ripe melon in a blender until it's smooth, then strain it through a fine mesh sieve to remove any pulp. You can add a little water to thin it out if you like, or just use it as is. It's delicious on its own, or you can use it to add a burst of fresh melon flavor to mocktails, smoothies, or even salad dressings. And there you have it. With these simple yet delightful options, you can enjoy the vibrant taste of melon without a drop of alcohol. So next time you're at a party or just relaxing at home, remember that sobriety doesn't have to be boring. Cheers to delicious alcohol-free fun. Chapter 5. DIY melon liqueur. Because you're fancy like that. Okay, so maybe you're feeling really ambitious today. Maybe you're the kind of person who likes to make everything from scratch, or maybe you just really, really love melon liqueur and want to try your hand at making it. If that's the case, then I've got the perfect project for you. DIY melon liqueur. That's right, you can make your very own melon liqueur at home, and it's easier than you might think. Plus, it's a fun and rewarding process. Plus, it's a great way to impress your friends and family. Just imagine their faces when you tell them you made the melon liqueur yourself. They'll be all like, "Wait, what? You're a wizard." And you'll feel like one too. To make your own melon liqueur, you'll need 3 things. Fresh melons, duh, vodka and sugar. That's it. You can use any kind of melon you like. But I find that cantaloupe and honeydew work best. Their flavors are just perfect for this liqueur. First, you'll need to cut up your melons and remove the seeds. Make sure to cut them into small, manageable chunks. Then, you'll combine the melon chunks with vodka and sugar in a large jar or container. It's important to use a clean, airtight jar. The ratio of melon to vodka to sugar is up to you, but I like to use a 1:1:1 ratio. This balance gives a nice, sweet flavor. Seal the jar tightly and store it in a cool, dark place for at least 2 weeks, shaking it every day or so. This helps the flavors meld together. This will allow the melon to infuse into the vodka and create a delicious homemade liqueur. Patience is key here. After 2 weeks, strain the liqueur through a cheesecloth-lined funnel to remove the melon chunks. This step ensures a smooth drink. And there you have it, your very own homemade melon liqueur. Your very own DIY melon liqueur, ready to add a touch of homemade goodness to all your favorite cocktails. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Cheers to melon-licious drinks. There you have it, folks. Whether you're using Bowls melon liqueur, De Kuyper non-alcoholic melon syrup, or even making your own melon liqueur at home, there's no need to panic if you can't find Midori. You've got plenty of options to keep your cocktails and mocktails delicious and vibrant. Remember, the most important ingredient in any drink is fun. So get creative, experiment with different flavors, and don't be afraid to make a mess. After all, that's what kitchens are for, right? Cheers to experimenting in the kitchen and mixing up some flavorful drinks. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And hey, visit cookscraftery.com for more amazing food and drink recipes. Until next time, happy crafting.